This is a Chucky Beat production.
Hi guys, welcome back to Petrolhead TV and welcome to another video. Firstly, I want to thank you all so much for, most importantly, watching the videos, also liking them and subscribing. Please consider subscribing. I will be doing a giveaway at 100 subs and also another giveaway at 1000 subs. So make sure you're involved for that. And by the way, there's no epoxy stickers involved with this giveaway. It's decent, alright? And I will post up what the prize will be soon. So today's video is about my car history. I'm going to go through what cars I've had, how long I had them for, if I did anything to them, and what I plan to do in the future with the cars I've got, and what I plan on getting next. So let's get into it. So, car number one, I had a Peugeot 106 1.1. Now, I just passed my test. I'm sure loads of people have done this. I just passed my test. I was so excited to get a car. I literally could not care less what the car looked like. As long as I could drive it about, that's all that mattered. So I went on eBay and I bought a 106 for £150. Now, my insurance per month was 4 times the amount of the car, which was ridiculous. But we all do stupid things, don't we, when we first pass our test. Just be naughty, cut down the bus lane. So anyway, that car literally only lasted me 1 week, and in that week it almost killed me twice. Firstly, I was going down the dual carriageway in Bracknell by McDonald's, and all of a sudden the bonnet flew in my face and we almost died. The second time the car almost tried killing me, I was about to pull onto a dual carriageway and the wheel fell off. Now, this was the end of that car for me. I thought, I'm not going to carry on driving that car if it's going to try and kill me every time I drive it. So I got home, chucked my keys on the floor and said to my mum, look, Mum, I'm not driving that car anymore. So, about a few weeks later, I picked up car number 2. I spent a bit more time looking for a decent car this time as a first car. So I spent a little bit more. I spent £600, I think, £650, something like that. And I bought a, go on mate, off you go. And I bought a blue Citroen Saxo 1.1. Now, I consider that as my first car. That car never ever let me down. It had 127,000 miles on the clock and it just served me so well. I've done some little bit, I'll insert some pictures, you can see what it looked like. I did a little bit to that car. I think the exhaust system was Cherry Bomb, I may be wrong, but it was something along them lines. And I fitted GTI leather interior with GTI alloy wheels, so it looked alright. I really enjoyed that car as my first car, and I think I owned that car for about a year to a year and a half, maybe not a year and a half, maybe about a year. And then, boys being boys, I was getting bored with my car and I thought, right, now I need to step up my game and get something a little bit better now. So I went and bought an Audi TT 225 brake horsepower Quattro. That car was lovely. I really enjoyed that car. But again, I made a massive mistake buying that car at such a young age. I think I was driving around in that when I just turned 19. I was driving around in that car. So it just got a bit out of hand, really. I rushed into it, just accepting all these high prices for insurance, road tax, petrol, and I couldn't really afford it at the time. It was just so silly, such a silly buy. But I don't regret it now. I had a lot of time. I had a lot of fun in that car. Went quite a few road trips in it, and it served me well. That car never let me down either. But unfortunately I sold that as it was too expensive to run, and I had to let it go. So that brings me on to car number, where are we now? So that brings me on to car number 4. I think I had a bit of a gap, to be honest. I'd lived local to work, so I just carried on riding my bike to work. I didn't really need a car, to be honest, because I live so close to work. But I saved up some money and I bought a car that I actually really wanted off my friend. I bought a Clio Sport 182 Cup. Now this was one of my top, I'd say top 3 cars that I've ever had. I absolutely love this car. Yeah, it was a Clio 182, and this 182 would absolutely wipe the floor of my VXR on the B roads. Absolutely wipe the floor of it. It was an absolute animal. Yeah, I really enjoyed owning that car. The reason I let that car go was because lots and lots of things happened to that car. I won't go into too much detail about the other thing that happened with that car, but the reason I had to let that car go, I took it to my friend. My friend told me, look, it needs about £2,000 worth of work doing to it. The car was probably only worth 1.5, so it wasn't really worth keeping. So I sold it on to another friend of mine for £300, and that was the end of that. But honestly, if anyone out there is looking for a hot hatch, reasonably priced, honestly I couldn't recommend the Clio 182 enough. It's so much fun. You'll never get bored of it. Brilliant little car. So make sure you go check it out. If you want to have a look at one of them, go and have a look at it. Brilliant little car. So after the Clio, I had another bit of a gap, I think, because I had to save a bit more money again. And I bought, after the Clio, I rushed into it and bought a really cheap, crappy car. I bought a Ford Mondeo 1.8 from Reading, and this car literally lasted me about 12 hours. 12 hours into owning this car, and the bottom end went. The bottom end went, and that was the end of that. That car was scrapped. I think I got £20 for the car, maybe £30, and that was it. That was the end of that car. So I saved up a little bit more money, and this is another one of my favourite cars that I've had, considering such a small engine as well. I really enjoyed owning this car. Many of you will probably be against me for liking this car, but I really enjoyed. After the Mondeo, I saved that bit of money, and I bought a Corsa C 1.2 SXI. But this car looked so nice. I just fell in love with it. It was lowered literally to the ground. It had really nice alloy wheels on it. Again, I'll put in another picture for you to have a look at. It had angel eye headlights, it had a sound system in it. It was the most modified car I think I'd had, and I just really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed owning that car. I used that car probably for about a year again, and I'd done many holidays in it, many trips around the UK, and unfortunately, after about a year of owning it, maybe 7,000 miles into it, the head gasket went. Now this one I wasn't actually going to let go of. I was going to fix this car and carry on using it, and to be honest, I kind of wish I did keep it, but something else happened after that which I don't regret I don't regret letting the car go for this car, but I wish I could have it back now as a daily, because I do miss that car a lot. But yeah, the bottom end went on that after my trip to Cornwall. So sadly I had to let it go. I let it go for £500 to a guy from Bracknell who bought it off me. I don't know where it's gone now. I believe it's somewhere down south, like the coast area. I'm not too sure. So that was the end of the Corsa C. Now, I carried on driving the Corsa C for a little while, and then a good friend of mine, he kept hinting at me for ages and ages and ages, Dan, buy my VXR, Dan, buy my VXR. Now, I'd heard so many horror stories about VXRs, and I was like, no, these aren't my thing. I've had so many troubled cars, I can't be buying another car that's going to let me down again. And after a while, he offered me it at such a good price, I literally could not say no. And I kid you not, the VXR is like, if you watch my previous video, you know I've still got it. I will never let that car go. I love that car to bits. And to be honest with you, the VXR has been my most reliable car to date. It has never ever let me down until now. But it's only a good thing with the VXR, because we can do more videos on getting it rebuilt. We can change bits together on it, and it'll just create a bit of content. So nothing wrong with that. And then after the VXR, that leads me on to buying this Clio. Now, I bought the Clio just to run around in while the VXR is getting fixed, and then I thought to myself, why not just keep the car for the channel? So this will be the channel's car. The channel can decide what they want to do to this. I'll pick some things, obviously. And we'll just chuck a little bit of money at this car. We're not going to chuck much at it, because it's only the run around. It will get me to shoots, it will get me to car meets. And the VXR is the pride and joy. I'm going to take a lot of care of that car. So that's all the cars I've owned. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please consider subscribing for much more content coming soon. Now, I will be doing a giveaway at 100 subs. There'll be no crappy stickers in this giveaway. I'll give away some for free, but that's not the prize. The prize will be something decent. There'll be another giveaway at 1,000 subs, and that will be a proper decent giveaway. So make sure you get involved for this. Please smash the like button, as it helps this video a lot, and comment down below. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.